And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WVRC 104.7 FM's live coverage of Roane County High School Lady Raiders softball action. We welcome you in from Falling Rock, West Virginia, at the site of Michael D. Chandler Field, the home turf of the Herbert Hoover Lady Huskies, as we get set for sectional tournament elimination game action. Roane County versus Lewis County. It will be the fourth meeting of the season between these two. Both teams in the regular season won on the opposing team's home turf. And in the postseason, Roane County traveling to Lewis County, getting a big 4-3 victory over the Minute Maids to advance to last night's sectional tournament championship bracket round. Roane County falling to the defending champions in Class AA and the number one seeded Huskies of Herbert Hoover High School. So Lewis County had to play a doubleheader yesterday, and they defeated both Clay County and Braxton County in two consecutive games. They have advanced here for the final three, and we are in elimination time. Both Roane County and Lewis County with one loss on the season. Both teams 15-9 on the season. These two teams are very similar programs. Brooklyn Schaefer, the head coach for the Lewis County Minute Maids. Of course, Sam Salvucci, the 20-plus year head coach for Roane County High School. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams as they're meeting at home plate with the umpire and this crew. Abby Hartley will get the start here in the top of the first inning. She will be the pitcher. Batting second for Lewis County out in center field will be Macy Franklin. Batting third at short, Courtney Boggs. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, Addison Heath. She'll be at first base for this ballgame. Batting fifth and playing the number 5 position, the third baseman, Courtney Hartley. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Mackenzie Gregory. Batting seventh, and behind the plate today will be Faith Heater. Batting eighth, designated player Brooklyn Golden. She'll bat in the lineup for the left fielder Taylor Weiss. And batting ninth and playing the number 9 position, the right fielder Brooke Butcher. Exact same lineup for Roane County as we had last night. Piper Harlan leads it off. She'll be out in right field. Batting second, center fielder Carly Greathouse. Batting third, the shortstop Cadence Steele. Cleanup hitter is Lacey Mitchell. She is the first baseman. Behind home plate, batting fifth, Katie Young. Batting sixth, the pitcher Mahaley Nicholson. Batting seventh will be the third baseman Michaela Boatwright. Batting eighth, the designated player Lexi Burdett. She'll hit in the order for Roane County's second baseman Callie Williams, and Fair Smelko out in left will bat in the number 9 position. Glad you could join us here on WVRC 104.7 FM, WVRCFM.com streaming audio, and everyone tuning in on our Facebook live feed. Andrew Miller alongside my partner Matt White pulling double duty here today, color and camera, and George Allen is our studio technician back at WVRC Control. We thought this might be where we're at, Matt, and here we are, another game with Lewis County, the 4th of the year, and this is rubber match time.
Yeah, absolutely. Always a good time when we play Lewis County. Like I said, very similar kind of teams. You know, good pitching, good fielding, good offensive production all around for both of these teams. 4th game of the year. Roane County's got the 2-1 lead right now. Early season, I believe it was the first game of the year, 7-5 victory. Fell in the middle part on that Saturday ball game, early morning, 10 a.m. start time. I think that was a 9-0.
Saying Roane County wasn't awake for that?
I don't think they were awake. They came awake later in the game, though, or later in the day. And then the 2 nights ago that we saw the really just excellent game. One of the best games I think we've been privileged to see all year. 4-3 victory for Roane County, holding off the late surge in the bottom of the 7th. Great defense in that ball game. Fielding was phenomenal. Nicholson pitched really well, didn't get the strikeouts that we're accustomed to. Only 2 in that ball game, but the defense was so good and so efficient, and the offense produced in spots when they really needed to. We hope that's a similar kind of a matchup that we're going to see here tonight. Lewis County's coming in here with revenge on their mind after losing that one at home to the Raiders. So we'll see how this ball game goes. It should be a good one. Always is every time we get to play Lewis.
Mahaley Nicholson just 3 strikeouts shy of 200 for her sophomore campaign. She has had a great one. She's going to have another efficient outing here as she did against the Lewis County Minute Maids. Only struck out 2 batters in that victory. Her defense was behind her. The question is here tonight, will Lewis County's bats hit it towards Roane County. Will Roane County's defense be stout as they were the last time? Or will we see something like we saw last night with the Huskies just hitting it away from the defenders of Roane County? On the opposite side, Matt, can Roane County swing the bats like they did a couple nights ago? 13 base hits in that 4-3 victory. We'll find out here in a minute as we will send it away for the national anthem. We'll be right back here with the opening pitch in sectional tournament action. We welcome you back to Michael D. Chandler Field here in Kanawha County, Falling Rock, West Virginia, the former site of Herbert Hoover High School, as we prepare for sectional tournament elimination game action. It's win or the season is over for one of these two teams. They've battled throughout the year. They'll play for the fourth time here, Roane County and Lewis County, both at 15-9 on the season. Roane County defeated Lewis County to get to yesterday's championship round bracket. They were defeated handily by the Huskies, and they move here for Lewis County. After losing to Roane County, they defeated Clay and Braxton back-to-back, eliminated both of those LKC teams here in the section. So both teams with one loss in the sectional tournament play. The Huskies await the winner of this game following this ball game. Appreciate everyone joining us here as we move here into the top of the first. We're going to see the senior left-hander Abby Hartley once again on the bump for Lewis County. The senior 6-5 in 15 appearances this year with a 3.74 ERA, 63 strikeouts, 34 walks, and 58 innings. Here's an interesting stat. 51 runs given up, only 31 of those have been earned. So the defense might want to get behind their pitcher here today. Roane County had a couple of errors on Lewis County in that victory, and a couple of them cost a couple of runs. And that's the difference really in that ball game. Otherwise, both teams were very, very good.
You see that so many times that, those miscues that they add up throughout the ball game and can end up costing you a game in the end. So, we're just hoping for Roane County that there's another one of those just absolutely perfect fielding games. And if we can take advantage of some miscues, that's always a good thing. But like we said earlier, Lewis County's coming out. They want revenge, and they've got some hitters on that team. Courtney Boggs leads the team 6 home runs. Addison Heath has 5. I think Hartley has 5. I mean, this is a power-hitting team, and they are going to go for broke when it comes to big swings at the bat.
Again, Roane County will be the visiting team due to the fact that they are the lower seed here in this. Huskies the 1 seed, Lewis County the 2 seed, and Roane County is your 3 seed. So in the top of the first inning for Roane County, coming to the plate will be Piper Harlan, Carly Greathouse, Caden Steele. Harlan having a tremendous sophomore campaign, hitting .476 with 10 triples to lead this team. She's got an inside-the-park home run as well. And we are ready to go. Elimination game, win or your season is done. Piper Harlan steps into the right side batter's box. Hartley toes the rubber. And the windup, the first pitch of the game, and we are underway. Game scheduled to start at 5:30, just 4 minutes behind that at 5:34. 1-0 the count. First pitch missing outside from Hartley. Appreciate everyone joining us on Facebook Live. 1-0 pitch. That one catches the edge, 1-1. If you're having some issues with our feed, pause the live video for a couple minutes, see if it can buffer up. That may help. We do not have great Wi-Fi here.
That's the good and the bad with good old rural West Virginia.
Absolutely.
Beautiful place to be, tough on internet service.
Rise ball swung on, may have caught a piece of it there with Harlan's bat. 1-2 the count. Harlan in that first contest, 2 for 5 with a run scored against Lewis County back on Tuesday. Hartley misses on this one, lost that one on the way through, may have touched the hip. Count evens at 2-2.
See, Hartley being very deliberate with her approach to the rubber.
2-2 pitch, high fastball. That one popped up at the catcher's plate and into the glove of Faith Heater for out number 1. That one jammed and got underneath the bat, or above the bat of Harlan for the first out.
Yeah, it was when you're just trying to fight it off and hope you can foul that one out of play and give yourself a chance to come back up. But pop fly, easy out, number 1 for Lewis.
Carly Greathouse coming to the plate. Looks on at a fastball down Main Street. 4 strike 1 on the year. 408 hitter is Greathouse. Pair of inside the park home runs, 11 stolen bases, second on the team. And she has scored 26 runs this year. Next pitch misses low in that first game against Lewis County. Greathouse 1 for 4. She did score a run in the first inning. 1-1 counts to the number 2 batter here in the top of the first. Hartley with the windup. There's a bunt attempt down the first baseline. Greathouse hustling. Hartley with the throw just in time. Great coverage by the second baseman, Mackenzie Gregory. And Hartley, it was almost better that she's left-handed. She spun around and had the open lane.
Yeah, it was just a good play by the senior pitcher, Hartley. Nicely laid down bunt and good hustle down the line. Just like you said, I think that left-handed approach may have benefited Hartley greatly on that one.
2 up, 2 down, top of the first. Cadence Steele, the shortstop. First pitch ripped under the glove of the third baseman, backhanded there by the freshman Boggs. She'll try the throw over, but way behind the runner Steele. So Steele with a 2-out single. Good effort over there at third by Courtney Hartley. Get a glove on the bottom of that.
Yeah, we saw Hartley behind the plate in that last game with Lewis County, and she did a really good job getting on the ground and keeping balls in front of her. Did the same thing there at third.
Cleanup hitter Lacey Mitchell to the plate. First pitch swung on, ripped up the middle. That's going to get into the glove, though, of the second baseman, Gregory. They'll take the force out at second. A runner aboard, no damage for Roane County in the top of the first. We move to the bottom. Lewis County to the plate. As we move into the bottom of the first inning, no score here in sectional tournament elimination game action. Roane County and Lewis County battling for the 4th time this year, twice regular season. That was a split. Roane County took the first game in sectional tournament play on Tuesday, 4-3. And trying to defeat this very solid team, Lewis County, for the 3rd time this year. Roane County got a base runner aboard on a 2-out single from Cadence Steele, no damage. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. To the bottom of the inning we go. Abby Hartley, Macy Franklin, Courtney Boggs, first 3 up. Again, this is a powerful first 5 for Lewis County that Roane County held in check in game number 1. Haley Nicholson rocks and fires. First pitch down Main Street for strike 1. Nicholson and the defense scattering just 6 hits throughout the 7 innings up at Lewis County. 0-1 pitch. That one missing upstairs. Evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, Hartley on the year, she's a .459 hitter in 100 plate appearances. 5 home runs, 39 RBIs.
1-1 pitch. This one's lined into deep right field. Moving back is
over the
Harlan.
head of Harlan.
It's over the head of Harlan. Thank you, Matt. I cannot see that far into the corner.
The camera can't pick it up either, but big time hit there by Hartley, pulling it down that right field line.
Harlan can cover some ground out there, just couldn't get enough to get back to that softball. It just kept carrying all the way to the fence line. And a leadoff double by the pitcher Hartley, a runner in scoring position immediately for Lewis County. Macy Franklin, the center fielder, coming to the plate.
411 hitter, 25 RBIs on the season.
First pitch to Franklin, missing in the dirt. 1-0 the count. Franklin hit the ball hard on Tuesday a couple of times, right at Carly Greathouse, the center fielder. Beautiful afternoon here in Falling Rock, West Virginia. A little overcast skies, but not too bad out. 1-0 pitch, one hops Young behind the plate. Katie gobbles it up. And the count moves to 2-0.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Drew, but I'll take an overcast evening for softball any day instead of a blistering sun beating down on you.
Nicholson working quickly. The 2-0 pitch. That one rises above. And now the count 3-0 to the number 2 hitter. Bottom first, no score. Elimination softball action. The winner will advance to play Hoover tonight. The loser will pack it up for the year. 3-0. A take sign issued for Franklin as Nicholson rocks one right over the middle.
Tuesday night against this team, Nicholson did such a good job of keeping the ball low in the zone and not giving up anything, leaving anything out over the plate. Certainly hope that that's the continue with that.
As this one low, that one too low, and a 5-pitch walk issued by Nicholson. First 2 batters on the base paths for the Minute Maids. And this is where the big bats start to show up. The power of Boggs, Heath, and Hartley coming up. Courtney Boggs, the shortstop, just a freshman.
Yeah, .397 hitter, leads his team with 6 home runs.
First pitch. Fastball missing away. Count 1-0.
I saw Boggs hit 2 in a game against Buckhannon Upshur.
Boggs swings heavy at this one, fouls out of play. She was 1 of 3 in the first sectional game against Roane County. Count evens at 1-1. Just a freshman. This is a young team, just 3 senior starters. The rest, sophomores and freshmen. Going to be good for years to come. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Nicholson gets this one by Boggs, 1-2. The cleanup hitter, Addison Heath in the on-deck circle. Runners at first and second, no one out, bottom of the first, no score. 1-2 pitch, off speed, swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And they wouldn't have to throw down to first, but they do anyway. Runners will advance on the dropped ball. So the strikeout issued, 1 out, and runners moving to second and third. Hartley at third, Franklin at second, and the big bat of the cleanup hitter, Addison Heath, the junior, coming to the plate.
.410 hitter, 5 home runs, 7 doubles, 26 RBIs is Heath.
First pitch to Heath. Knee-high fastball called strike 1. Roane County struck first in the first game of the section. Got 1 in the top of the first inning. Right now they are trying to avoid going down in the bottom of the first inning. Off-speed pitch, Heath out in front of that. Nice offering by Nicholson, who did not throw many off-speed pitches against Lewis County the first game.
Maybe that's a good strategy going in. If you throw more of them, they're expecting more velocity. Pull the string.
0-2 pitch. This one's ripped right at the shortstop, and that one goes right through the wickets. 1 run will score. They're going to send the runner around. The throw cut off. And as perfect as Roane County was in game number 1 against Lewis County, 0 errors, Mats. We have one right off the bat that scores a pair of runs for Lewis County.
Tough start. That was we've seen so many times that Caden Steele makes that play. She's been so good throughout this year. That's Just a bit of an anomaly to see her miss that one.
Just got right through the wickets. Don't know if it took an odd bounce or if she just took the eye off of it. You can see her frustration over there at shortstop. Got to come back, shake that one off. Roane County trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Still one out. Pitch to Hartley, chopped foul.
Courtney Hartley, she's a .390 hitter on the year. A couple of home runs, 3 doubles, 36 RBIs.
Nicholson trying to fight back here. Misses outside. I missed the first pitch. I'm wondering if it was a strike or a ball here. Home plate umpire being very coy, not giving up the information I need. Nicholson rocks and fires. This one's chopped up the middle. That's right into the glove. Double play opportunity, and the Raiders have got it. A beautiful 4-6-3 DP, and the Lady Raiders out of the inning with no more damage. 2 across, though, for the Minute Maids after 1 complete. It's 2-0 Lewis County. After 1 completes, it is 2-0 Lewis County on top. They got a pair of runs on a Roane County error, but a 4-6-3 double play. Williams and Steele turning that one. It's a nice play for Steele to get back after that early error.
Yeah, you always want to be able to have one of those makeup plays after you have a mistake, come back, and excellent turn there from Williams to Steele.
2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and no one left on. Katie Young, Mahaley Nicholson, Michaela Boatwright, first 3 up. Young swung at an off-speed pitch to start that at bat, way out in front of that one, and she, again, there is no moment that's not too serious for her. She's just having a great time. The senior knows that she's nearing probably the end of her career at some point here in the next week. Could happen at any time. She'll rip one backhanded by the left-handed second baseman Gregory, and the sophomore makes a big play.
That was a hard-hit shot. Nice defensive play from Gregory, robbing Katie Young of a base hit there.
Gregory was playing shaded towards first base, Matt, so she was in the perfect location for that opposite field ground ball. Mahaley Nicholson to the plate now. Nicholson batting .507 on the season. She's got a pair of home runs this year, 18 RBIs. Going to try to help her own cause here with Roane County down early 2-0. Called strike at the belt on the first pitch from the senior left-hander Abby Hartley. 0-1 offering in the dirt. Huskies await the winner of this game. It'll be a short turnaround. They'll play again tonight. The loser of this contest will find their season end here today. Second pitch, that one a little bit upstairs. Nicholson goes chasing.
It's always a wonderful reward for winning a game. You get to go play the four straight and 5 overall defending state champs in the Huskies.
1-2 pitch coming off speed. Nicholson lays back on it and laces it into straight center field for the base hit. Great piece of hitting on that pitch.
Yeah, beautiful. And like I said, just laid back on it nicely. Took what the pitcher gave you, just drive it out into the field. Like you said, that's a good way to help your cause. trying to get yourself back in this ball game. Roane County trailing 2-0 here, top of the second.
That will bring up Michaela Boatwright to the plate. Well, she's had a great postseason defensively.
Well, she had an excellent game against Lewis County the last go-around, 7 putouts.
Including that final putout of the game on a great play over the head catch. First pitch from Hartley down the middle for strike one. Boatwright also had herself, I believe, an RBI. Yep. 1 for 4 with a sack RBI. Next pitch in the dirt. 1-1 the count. 1 out, top of the second, and Nicholson off of the rip single at first base. Boatwright on the year. 379 hitter. Next pitch, a little late on the swing, fouls it into the cage first base side. 1-2 now to Boatwright. And Hartley has been quite efficient. She has not been behind on any count yet in the first couple of innings. She's getting those first pitch strikes.
I think that just does a world of difference in your confidence going ahead in the count.
1-2 pitch, chopper back to the mound. They'll look to second, they'll throw to first. Nicholson was already close, and that was a smart decision by the senior. Just take that out. Roane County with a runner, though, advanced to scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, there was no play there to be made at second. Just take the out, second one here of the inning. Take your chances with your next hitter coming up.
That'll be the freshman Lexi Burdett batting in the order once again for the second baseman, Callie Williams. Burdett in minimum opportunities has produced. Just the freshman again. First pitch, healthy cut, fouls it into the cage. Had a big base hit in Tuesday's game. She came in to bat that one time in the top of the 7th inning, trying to give Roane County some insurance. Ripped a single right off the bat. 0-1 the count. 2 outs, runner on second. Hartley rocks and fires, and that one missing away. 1-1 the count. 2-0 the lead early for Lewis County. They had a couple on, and Roane County with an error, scoring 2 runs. Roane County trying to fight back now after going down early. Another one in the dirt, 2-1 now to the designated hitter. A little bit of sun peeking through here through the haze. 2-1 pitch. This one chopped towards third. Going to be a tough play. Hartley going to have to hustle it, and the stretch from Heath, and they will just clip Burdett by a couple of steps. Roane County with a runner aboard. Again, 0 damage. To the bottom of the second we go. 2-0 Lewis County. As we move into the bottom of inning number 2 here from Falling Rock, West Virginia, Roane County trailing Lewis County in sectional tournament elimination action 2-0. A base hit for Nicholson in the top of the second, but no damage. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. 6, 7, 8 to the plate here in the bottom of the second for Lewis County. It will be Mackenzie Gregory, Faith Heater, and Brooklyn Golden. Gregory, the left-handed second baseman, looks at some dome music for the first pitch. 1-0 the count. Gregory took one off the noggin on Tuesday, one of 2 hit batters for Nicholson, both lefties, and both off the head. fighting back with a nice fastball. Late swing, Gregory behind it. Count evens 1-1. Winner of this one facing off against the number 1 seed, defending champion, Herbert Hoover Huskies tonight. Called strike on the next pitch. Good frame job by the catcher, Young. 1-2 the count. Roane County, for the majority of that first game, able to work through the bottom 4 in the order, other than the one time Golden got Roane County with that RBI. But other than that, it was the top 5 in the order doing the 3 runs of damage. But again, 3 runs against those bats, that's minimal.
Yeah, we knew going into that one you'd have to keep the run production down, and Roane County had done a great job of that.
2-2, swing and a miss by Gregory. Second strikeout of the game. That already matches, Matt, the total from Tuesday for Mahaley Nicholson.
How close does that put her to one more away from 200 strikeouts on the season?
She's at 199 for the year. Faith Heater, the catcher, as Nicholson fires one in the dirt. 1-0 the counts. That's just a tremendous season for the sophomore. She is by far the leader in the Mid-Ohio Valley, has been for the year. Second best for a while was Curran from Doddridge, about 100 strikeouts behind Nicholson. Now Nicholson one-hops the foot of Heater, and she will put the catcher on base with a hit by pitch. Again, at times that's been the real only knock on Nicholson this year has been she'll strike out 11, but she might have a game where she walks 7 or 8, or she hits a couple batters. When she's really feeling it is when she doesn't walk or hit anybody and she strikes out 12, 13, 14, or 16 as she did one time. She had 18 of the 21 outs that game. 1-0 the count to Golden. She'll look on and agrees with that pitch down the middle. 1-1 the count. Put Matt on the spot.
That was up
there.
at Braxton County, correct?
Yeah, put Matt on the spot.
Yeah, 16 strikeouts and 2 putouts on her own. Yes, 18 out of the 21 batters faced.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Snap throw down to first. Back in time is Heater sliding in safely. 1-2 the counts. Will it be 200 here? Nicholson would love to get Golden. Here comes the windup, the pitch, and there it is. That is strikeout number 200 on the season for the sophomore Mahaley Nicholson. Just wow.
Yeah, to get that out of a sophomore pitcher is just remarkable. A couple more years of getting to watch her pitch is going to be quite enjoyable, I believe.
200 strikeouts in 132 innings. Here's one popped into very shallow right center field. That's going to drop in. They'll send the runner across. The arm is there, but the throw is dropped by Boatwright. We knew that the arm of Harlan was good enough, and she threw it right on the mark, and that one got right off the glove of Boatwright and into the chest. That would have been out number 3, Matt.
I think that was, just the contact of trying to drop that tag down as the runner was coming in hard. Just was able to jar that one out of the glove.
So Roane County, as perfect as they were defensively in that first game, we've seen a couple of chinks in the armor here in the first couple of innings. And we are back to the top of the order with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Hartley ripped that double to straight right field over the head of Harlan. Scored on that error in the first inning. In front of the next one, 0-2 quickly. It goes to Hartley. Nicholson trying to fight back here.
I was going to say that's a good battle back to get ahead in the count against Hartley, a really good hitter for Lewis County.
Can Roane County get out with no damage? Pitch in the dirt, and again, sliding over nicely is Young. Keeps it in front.
Certainly going to miss saying that as well after this year. Great stop behind the plate by Young.
The count 1-2 to leadoff batter and pitcher Hartley. Bottom second, 2 outs, 2-0 the lead. Here's a chopper towards second. Gobbled up by Williams and across to Mitchell for out number 3. So no damage here in the bottom of the second. And Roane County trailing after 2, 2-0. We welcome you back to Michael D. Chandler Field in Falling Rock, West Virginia. To complete in sectional tournament elimination softball action. Roane County trailing Lewis County 2-0. We're getting rickrolled up here in the press box.
Well, like I said, it's all come full circle. We remember that song growing up, and now we get to watch memes about it.
Absolutely. Roane County got out of the inning with runners at second and third, and Hartley at the plate to Chopper to Williams for the putouts. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. To the top of the third for Roane County, Fair Smelko is up first. 9-1-2 due up here against the senior lefty Hartley. Here's a lefty versus lefty. Smelko squares the bunt and fouls it against the cage. Hartley was her nemesis on Tuesday. Smelko tried to lay down a running pop fly bunt over the head of the third baseman. Did it perfectly, except Hartley dove and caught it at the last second. And then Smelko grounded out to Hartley again.
Yeah, Smelko had herself one heck of a defensive game last night.
Off speed, inside. Smelko jumps out of the way.
Yeah, she made an awesome catch out there in left field. Diving catch that was able to save a couple of runs.
One of 3 plays made for the freshman. Got her first Defensive Player of the Game award. 1-1 the count. Next pitch, healthy, cut, and a swing and a miss. Hartley looking good here in the first couple of innings. 1-2 the count. The windup, the pitch ripped up the middle over the glove of Hartley, and that's going to be safe at first. The speed of Smelko did exactly what it needed to do. It got over the glove of Hartley. Otherwise, Hartley gets her again.
Yeah, she finally got some revenge against Hartley, able to get that one past her. And speed down the line, no chance of making that throw. Good job to keep it from going into the outfield, though.
Smelko, the best base stealer on the team, with 12. And a leadoff single for Roane County here in the top of the third. Tying run now coming to the plate in Harlan. Popped out to the catcher in the first inning. Squares the bunt, lays one perfectly. This is going to be a tough play. She's got speed and a beautiful bunt, looking just to sacrifice Smelko. Instead, Harlan ends up with a bunt single. Laid it perfectly down the first baseline.
Yeah, that was a beautifully laid down bunt right in front of the catcher. Plenty of speed to spare. Get you 2 runners on. Roane County trailing 2-0 here in the third inning.
Roane County with some work now here. They've got a brewing inning. I wouldn't doubt if we see another bunt. Called strike to Carly Greathouse on the first offering. She grounded out to the pitcher, Hartley, in the first inning. 0-1 the count here. No outs, first and second for Roane County. A tying run at first. Swing and a miss. That one on the outside corner from Hartley. 0-2 quickly to the number 2 hitter in the order. O2 offering. That one missing away. Greathouse, good eyeball. She rarely swings at bad pitches.
That was the thing that Roane County struggled a bit with last night against Hoover. Was just the placement from Buckner. Got caught looking on strike 3 4 times.
Off speed. This one back to the pitcher. She'll throw over to third. Boy, it took Hartley off of the bag for a second, and I thought with Smelko's speed, maybe. But a good recovery by the third baseman, Courtney Hartley, to put the foot back on the bag. And they'll take the lead runner at third for the first out.
It still leaves you 2 base runners here with that 2-0 deficit. And you got the meat of your order coming up.
Caden Steele already with a single here today. Looks on at a called strike.
If she can find one, maybe drive it into the outfield. Should be able to score Harlan easily. Plenty of wheels there at second.
She has power. A pair of home runs over the fence this year. Pitch, this one ripped over towards short. It gets under the glove. This could be trouble. It is. A great attempt by Boggs, Matt. It just dove into the dirt right in front of her glove and hit the back of her glove, and by the time she picked it up, everybody's safe.
Yeah, got caught in that middle of, do you try to let it bounce and field it, or do you try to make a play on it? Unable to come up with that one. Bases loaded now for Roane County.
And this is the one you want up. Lacey Mitchell 3 for 4 on Tuesday against Hartley with a pair of RBIs. First pitch, that one sails high and outside. Mitchell reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Lacey, a .536 hitter on the year. 8 doubles, 33 RBIs to lead this team. She's got 3 on the base paths. Roane County trailing 2-0. This one's ripped very shallow right field. Is it going to get down? The question is it in fair territory?
It was in foul territory and dropped. It's going to be a foul ball.
The senior Brooke Butcher gave a great chase at that one. It fell in front of her glove. Unfortunately for Roane County, it also fell to the right side of the chalk line, so just a long, high strike.
Well, if that one stays in fair territory, Butcher's going to make a play on it. So I'll take the bases loaded with Mitchell back up to the plate.
Roane County with a tying run at second. The 1-1 pitch. This one is turned on. That's going to drop in. 1 run's going to score. That may be it because the runners had to hold, but the Lady Raiders finally strike here in the top of the third. Harlan comes home to score easily. Everyone else moves on, and Mitchell, another RBI, 34.
Just continues to produce. We talked about it halfway through the season last year, what a tear she went on. She went from being at the bottom of your order early last season to she was a 5-6 hitter, now batting the cleanup spot.
Katie Young now an opportunity. Roane County, the bases loaded with just 1 out. Called strike as Young grounded out to the second baseman in the second inning. Roane County left 12 runners aboard in that victory on Tuesday. You need some runs to cross here. Young out in front of the next offering from Hartley. And quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Young with 23 RBIs on the season coming in, batting .515.
And to hear her talk, she might as well be batting .115 because she thinks that for some reason that being over a 500 average is bad.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch upstairs. 1-2 the counts. If you're Roane County, these kind of games, you've got this opportunity. You must score at least 1 more, I would say.
Yeah, you'd really love to get only 1 out here on the board, too. You'd love to get another 1 or 2 runs, if you possibly can.
Roane County trailing 2-1. Off speed, Young waits on it. They'll throw home. The question is it in time? It is. They'll be right ahead of the sliding runner, Carly Greathouse. A smart play by Hartley, the sophomore over there at third. So 2 outs now. The bases continue to be loaded. On the 5-2 force.
Yeah, that's the only tough part when you've got bases loaded. You got a force out. Didn't have to apply the tag, just had to keep a foot on the base on the home plate.
Young aboard first with the fielder's choice. She'll stay in to run. Bases loaded, 2 outs now. Top third, and Nicholson, who ripped a single up the middle, is at the plate. She'll try to help her own cause here. First pitch from Hartley missing outside. 1-0 the counts. Nicholson has driven in 18 runs this year. She'd love to have 19, maybe 20. 1-0 offering, hits the dirt, good stop behind the plate. Faith Heater just getting down and blocking that one. 2-0 the count to Nicholson.
We're going to leave Young in on first base, let her do her own running. We've seen her get a courtesy runner quite a bit this year.
2-0 offering coming. This one's ripped towards first, into the glove, back out, and Addison Heath keeps it in front, and boy, I tell you, that may come back to haunt Roane County. Let's hope it does not. Bases loaded, 1 out, you get 1. Roane County does get 1, though, and they trail after 2.5, 2-1. As we move into the bottom of inning number 3, Roane County now trailing by just 1 run to Lewis County. 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error, but 3 left on base. Roane County got the minimum damage possible against Lewis County with the bats Roane County had up. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but you hope that doesn't come back to haunt you. Still a lot of innings. I should be a little more positive.
Yeah, you're pitching pretty well. Your defense is playing not perfect like we saw the last go around, but they were able to turn that double play to get out of a jam.
2-3-4 here in the bottom of the 3rd for Lewis County. Franklin looks on at strike 1 down the middle. Franklin walked on 5 pitches. One of the 2 runs to score in that first inning on the air. She'll rip at this one straight away center field. Coming in is Greathouse. She tried to basket, catch it, missed it. Harlan will come and field it, but not in time to get it in as Franklin slides in front of the tag. And, boy, Franklin and Greathouse have had an offensive-defensive relationship here. That time, a great attempt by Greathouse. And she just couldn't find it, trying to basket catch it on her way in.
Yeah, like you said, we saw Franklin rip a couple of shots up there at Weston a couple nights ago. Straight away center field. That's been a back and forth.
Courtney Boggs steps in, rips the first one, and that one's off the glove of a Lady Raider. They're going to send the runner around. Here comes the throw. It's in time, and they've got her. They'll throw to second, not in time, but a big recovery for Roane County's Piper Harlan. Was that Harlan that got that one and threw it in, Matt?
Yeah, it got past Callie Williams there at second. Big, strong throw. And good job putting the tag on at home plate by Katie Young.
So Roane County survives the second error of the inning with a big play by the rocket arm of Piper Harlan. Matt, that's why she's playing over there this year with the speed off of the rubber of Nicholson.
Yeah, we knew that Nicholson's going to be throwing hard. A lot of balls are going to be hit to right field, and that's why Harlan's out there.
Addison Heath, though, to the batter's box. First pitch, high and away. Roane County living dangerously. That is, unfortunately for Roane County, the 3rd error of the ball game and the 2nd straight in the inning. 1-0 pitch. This one's popped up. Shallow right field. Moving over is Harlan.
Oh, what a catch.
Got it at the last second. They'll advance the runner over to 3rd.
Couldn't get that one on video. What a catch down there on the line by Harlan. It wasn't full-on Superman like we saw her attempt last night, but great extension, went to the ground, able to corral that one. Nice play.
Matt White, Braxton Living me right there.
Hey, you deserved it on that one. You can't see anything, and I can.
I got nothing.
Those right field angles are tough.
For those of you who don't know where we're sitting, we're standing up in the press box, first base side, and I cannot see past mid center field. Pitch here for Heath. She'll rip this one into center field. What did I miss here, Matt?
They must have said she didn't make that catch. Oh, I thought she made the catch.
Well, Matt.
Dang it. Looked to me from over here like
kiboshing me, and it wasn't even true. So, oh, gosh, here's my pen work.
Ah, my bad,
So, Heath with a single up the middle. And that still moves the runner to 3rd in Courtney Boggs. Here's the pitch. That one gets by. They'll throw home, and they've got – what? Oh, my goodness. Mahaley Nicholson applied the tag to the foot of the runner coming home, and the home plate umpire calls her safe. Ooh. Ow.
Ah. So much excitement there for a moment, and now despair.
And Katie Young, you can see her face right now. She is doing all she can to bite the lip because she doesn't want to upset the home plate umpire. She's got to have a relationship back there for a while. But she disagrees, as do I. Let's go back to that instant replay.
If Joe was here, we would do that.
So the run scores. Heath heads to 2nd. And the first pitch is up the middle for Courtney Hartley. Heath will move on to 3rd. And the bats coming alive here for Lewis County.
Now batting the second baseman, number 5.
Back-to-back base hits by Heath and Hartley. And in between that, the wild pitch scoring a run. So stepping in here is Mackenzie Gregory. She looks on at one over the middle for strike 1. One of those early 3 strikeouts to get Nicholson up to 200 for the season. Here comes the 0-1. That one missing low. 1-1 the count. 3-1 now. And again, Matt, you go back to that last half inning. Well, you had a chance for a big inning potential. But again, this game is far from over.
Oh, no, both of these teams, plenty of offensive firepower. Roane County, a 2-run deficit, that's nothing. We've seen them put up way more than that in an inning.
We mentioned that when Roane County had a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 7th Tuesday. We said, that's nothing for Lewis County.
Yeah.
These teams need about an 8-run advantage to feel comfortable. 3-1 as Nicholson misses high now to Gregory. Runners at first and third here at the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 out. One has crossed. Roane County with 3 errors in this inning. Swing at the high heater that time for Gregory.
I still can't believe Piper didn't come down with that ball. It looked for sure like she had it. Must have jarred it loose whenever she hit the ground.
3-2 now to Gregory. Nicholson working quickly. Swing and a miss, and that's why. McHaley Nicholson feeling good. That's strikeout number 4.
Now batting the catcher number 9, Faith Heater.
And the second out of the inning. Love to limit their outputs to 1 run, just as Lewis County's defense did to Roane County in the top of this 3rd. Faith Heater to the plate. She hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Made it all the way to 3rd before being stranded. She'll foul this one out of play for the first pitch. Yeah, Roane County was perfect defensively. Only 2 strikeouts for Nicholson Tuesday. And Roane County has already had 4 errors in this game, and they have led to the 3 runs, unfortunately. Next pitch called, strike on the outside corner, and now 0-2 to Heater. Number 7 in the order for Lewis County. We're in the bottom of the 3rd, elimination game action in sectional tournament play. The 0-2 pitch, off speed, dribbled towards 3rd. Boatwright drops it. And Roane County with 4 errors in this inning alone, and another run will score as Heath comes home on the error.
Now batting the designated player number 17.
With a team that can put up as many runs as what Lewis County can, you can't afford to keep giving them opportunities here. You had a chance to get out of this inning with minimal damage.
Now the score 4-1 as Brooklyn Golden, designated player, struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. That was strikeout number 200. Runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Roane County now trailing 4-1. That one missing upstairs. Two and 0 the count. That one missing away. 3-0 to the number 8 hitter in the lineup.
Yeah, if you're Roane County, you can't hang your head and think, woe is me, after all these miscues in this inning.
And a 4-pitch walk issued to Golden. Will load the bases now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd.
And the good thing is if you can get a infield grounder, you've got to force out at any base.
Butcher had a single in the 2nd inning. Her first plate appearance. See if the defense can fight back here. First pitch fouled against the cage. 0-1 the count. Herbert Hoover awaits the winner of this contest following this game. And the loser of this game will pack it up for 2022. 0-1 offering. Called. Strike on the outside corner. 0-2.
The lefty Hartley just picked that ball up and threw it back to Nicholson with her right hand. Better than I can throw with my right hand.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one is chopped into very shallow left field, and that one will get down as well. Another opportunity for a spectacular play. Harlan diving after it and just under the glove again.
Well, she almost had that one. Basket
Now batting the pitcher number 2.
basket catch, trying to dive forward, and it popped out onto the ground.
Unfortunately for Roane County, with 2 outs, the runners were moving. So 2 will cross on the 2 RBI single by Butcher. And the inning continues here for Roane County defensively with the top of the order at the plate in Abby Hartley. First pitch missing as Lewis County now has batted around the order. The number 9 batter coming to the plate. This one misses low and away. 2-0 the count. And errors at the moment are the absolute problem for Roane County here. They've got 5 total. They have 4 in this inning alone.
Yeah, there was a couple of, like you said, they would have had to have been spectacular catches for Harlan out there in right. Just barely not able to hang on to those balls that would have really helped Roane County's cause.
2-1 pitch to Hartley, low and away. And again, Young over there. 3-1. Runners at first and second. 4 have crossed. It's a 6-1 lead in the bottom of the third for Lewis County. Nicholson slows for a second, takes a deep breath. Rocks and fires. The pitch popped up into left field. Moving on, moving over, and dropping it is Smelko. 1 run will score, and 5 errors now in this inning for Roane County. Boy, and I tell you, as great as they were, Matt, Tuesday night, it is the exact opposite here.
Yeah,
just a tough inning for Roane County's defense.
Yeah, the wheels have just kind of fallen off of the defense here just in this inning. Plenty of plays to have been made. We call a team meeting here at the pitching circle, just trying to get everybody back on the same page.
You know what I like about this, Matt? Who called the meeting? Mahaley Nicholson. She called them all in to say, hey, let's get this stuff together. Let's limit this damage, and let's get the bats moving because
there's been
we've obviously, if you look at Roane County's tradition this year, they have played at 10-plus in many games.
Yeah, we should have been out of this inning 4 runs ago. Those just miscues and a couple of mental errors have allowed Lewis County to extend this out to a 7-1 lead.
So Butcher is at third, Hartley is at second, and Macy Franklin, who reached on the first error of the inning, is back to the plate. First pitch missing from Nicholson as Lewis County has batted around the order. Lewis County does have 3 base hits also in this inning. Next pitch missing low, 2-0 the count for Roane County in the top of the 4th inning. They're going to have 7, 8, 9 to begin. Boatwright, Burdette, and Smelko. They'll look to get back on track here if they can get out of this inning with no more damage. Healthy cut from Franklin on the 2-0 pitch. Foul back out of play. 2-1 now. A holding pattern there for a second. Young was having a conversation with the home plate umpire. Ready to go. Here comes the 2-1 pitch in the dirt. Nothing getting by on Young. 3-1. Nicholson going to try to grind back here and get out of this inning. 3-1 pitch. Check swing. Did she go? Yes, she did. And she's going to have to come back. She was heading down the line at first. Turns right back around and shuffles the feet back to the right batter's box. 3-2 now. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. It's been a tough inning for Roane County defensively. 5 errors and 5 runs. The 3-2 pitch ripped down the line and into the glove of Lacey Mitchell, and as she was falling out of bounds, the back foot touches the bag. Big play to finish it off. The damage, though, is obviously there as 5 cross as we move to the top of the 4th inning. Roane County trailing by 6. Your score, 7-1. We welcome you back to Falling Rock, West Virginia. Michael D. Chandler Field Sectional Tournament elimination action. Roane County would just as soon forget the previous half inning as quickly as possible, as 5 runs for Lewis County Crossing on 5 Roane County errors defensively, 3 hits and 2 left on. We move to the top of the 4th. Roane County trailing by 6-7 to 1, 7-8-9 to the plate. Michaela Boatwright leading it off for the Lady Raiders. One way to do it, Matt, is start hitting the softball and getting base runners and start scoring.
Yeah, that's what you're going to have to do. I mean, you got to not necessarily going to be able to get this one all back in one inning. You don't have to have that mindset. Just try to get on base and try to chip away at it a little bit here and there, and see if you can just keep putting pressure on this Lewis County defense. You know, they've been known throughout the year to give up a few of those unearned runs themselves.
Hartley, 51 runs this year, just 31 of those were earned. 1-1 count to Boatwright. She'll chop this one over towards shortstop. Gobbled up by Boggs, and showing the arm strength, the freshman, ahead of the runner for out number 1. What I did like about that last inning is I didn't see a lot of body language of Roane County holding their heads down, kicking themselves, and most specifically after the last error that scored another run, Nicholson calling the entire team into her circle and saying, hey, let's get back to it. Let's get out of this inning and let's get to the plate. There was no hanging your head. It was just really just matter of fact and determined.
Yeah, you can't. You made a mistake. Come back and make a play.
Lexi Burdett to the plate, grounded out to the third baseman, Courtney Hartley in the second. That was a good play because Burdett was close to the bag there. First pitch rides high in the zone. 1-0 the count from Hartley. We're in the top of the 4th. Roane County down 7-1. Sectional elimination game. Swing and a miss. Great cut there by Burdett. Just a little bit out ahead of that one. I think maybe Hartley took a bit off.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of guesswork there and unable to make contact.
1-1 pitch. And that one in the ankle area. 2-1 to Burdett, a freshman. We're talking to her dad, Coach Paul Burdett, there today, and he said, I got one here, one there, and one another place. We got 3 kids doing something. 2-1 pitch. Burdett pops it up left side of the infield. Boggs camping under it into the glove for out number 2. He said he's got Lexi here, and he's got Brogan in Little League Baseball, and then he's got Macy in a band concert.
And he's got Conway Twitty in his ears. That's what gets him through.
He asked me what Conway Twitty was about. I was like, hey, he's the best, right? 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Fair Smelko legged out an infield single in the 3rd. On the well-placed swinging bunt. Healthy cut to start this at bat. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Roane County down in the top of the 4th right now, 7-1. Lady Raiders defense has faltered here in this first couple of innings. 6 overall and 5 errors in that last half inning. Healthy cut again, and Smelko misses once again. 0-2. Hartley looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Watch out for that off-speed pitch. Nope, she'll go with heat. That one hits the dirt. Good eye by Smelko, 1-2. They're amongst the leaders in walks earned as well this year. So a good eye for the freshman. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 4th. Not really what Roane County was looking for, but it happens anyway. We move to the bottom of the 4th, 7-1, Lewis County on top. Moving into the bottom of the fourth, 7-1, Lewis County leading Roane County. And Roane County coming off of that half inning with 5 errors and 5 runs scoring, wanted a better outcome offensively in the top of the fourth. They went down 1-2-3 instead. So we move to the bottom of the fourth inning, and it's 3-4-5 coming to the plate here. Courtney Boggs at the plate at the moment to 1-1 count to the shortstop. She has struck out in the first and reached on an error and scored on an error. And that's big third inning. This one missing inside. And we hear a lot of horns blowing. I'm assuming a Little League team is headed to
get them some ice cream.
Get them some ice cream somewhere. The 2-1 pitch to Boggs. This one is tattooed into the gap in deep right center field. That one's going to get through. It's going to hit the bottom of the fence, and Boggs rounding into second with the stand-up leadoff double. And Roane County.
That's good pursuit. That was just a well-hit ball. That one off the bottom of the cage, off the fencing.
After they gave up 6 total hits in the first game, that is the 6th hit of this game, and we are just in the bottom of the fourth. Addison Heath has one of those 6 hits. Reached on an error in the first inning and singled and scored in the third. First pitch ripped over the head of Mitchell. Harlan's got the arm. They're going to hold the runner as you see the ball coming right into the plate. And they have done their homework on the arm of Piper Harlan over there as Boggs turned at third and just did not move. But back-to-back base hits, and Lewis County with a threat brewing in the bottom of the fourth now after plating 5 in the third. Runners at the corners. Courtney Hartley, the third baseman, looks on at the first pitch, missing low.
Going to send Heath out to second. Just trying to bait Roane County into making that throw so that maybe Boggs could take off for home.
So runners in scoring position for the number 5 hitter in the order. This one fouled out. Count evens at 1 apiece. Hartley hit into that big 4-6-3 double play to end the first. Singled and scored in the third. We're in the bottom of the fourth here. It's elimination game action. Here comes the pitch. That one sails high and away, but that one gets off of the backstop quickly. Count 2-1 now to Hartley. Roane County going to have to grind here as they trail deeper into this ball game. Here comes the pitch, chopper towards second, backhanded beautifully. They'll take the run, but that was a nice play on a hard hit shot up the middle. Callie Williams, the senior, makes the play.
Yeah, that's a good job just to keep that one in the infield. Knock that one down, make the only play you could make over at first. Save a potential second run from coming in. Now 8-1, Roane County trailing.
Hartley with the sacrifice RBI, 1 out, runner at third. And the left-handed hitting Mackenzie Gregory at the plate. She has struck out twice in this game, including the 200th strike. Nope, she was 199. I apologize, in the second inning. Swings at the first offering, 0-1. Nicholson's had the live arm here again tonight. It's just tonight versus Tuesday, she has not had the backup.
Yeah, there's been a lot of plays that could have been made from the defense, and got to help your pitcher out. If she's pitching well, just giving you that opportunity to make those plays. And
again, if you're an infielder or an outfielder, you got to have a short memory. You got to shake those things off and get back to it. 0-2 the count. The pitch, and Gregory goes at the high heater and catches a piece, fouls it off.
Well, it's not been any one person that's made multiple errors.
Yeah, we've had some trouble here today.
There's been from five of those 5 errors were from 5 different positions in that inning.
0-2 the count. Here comes the pitch off speed. This one's ripped up the middle. Greathouse is going to get on it, and they will keep Heath at third. Carly got a great jump on that one, Matt.
Yeah, got to that one quickly and came up ready to fire. Good play there to keep the runner at bay at third.
And that's a big second out. It keeps the the runner at third for the moment. Faith Heater to the plate, hit by a pitch in the second, reached on an error and scored in that big 5-run third inning. Roane County trailing 8-1. First pitch in the dirt, and again, Young just refusing to let anything by as best she can. Young stands up, moves around a little bit, trying to walk that one off. Hopefully that one caught square in the chest protector. Still, it's coming in pretty quickly.
Well, and you got to think as many times as she's been behind the plate, how many squats she's had to do over the years.
Here's one poked towards first, gobbled up, and Mitchell makes the play. Roane County gives up one, but the defense comes back with nice plays here, and they keep it at a 7-run ball game. Roane County going to try to get it going offensively in the top of the fifth after this. We welcome you back to Michael D. Chandler Field in Falling Rock, West Virginia. Sectional tournament elimination game action. Roane County behind the 8-ball here, trailing 8-1. But they gave up just the one run. That's important because it would have been an 8-run lead had Heath scored. And we're into the top of the fifth. That would have put some pressure on Roane County. They're still going to be pressured here. But they've got the top of the order up, and I'm feeling a big inning, Matt White. Piper Harlan digs in first. 1 for 2, a single, and a run scored. The lone run for Roane County at the moment.
Yeah, you just need to be able to find some holes in this defense and just, you can't take it all back in one swing, so everybody just be patient at the plate. Wait for one you can drive.
The 0-1, that one right down Main Street. Behind in the count quickly is Harlan. I mentioned that the early couple of innings that Hartley is just not falling behind in any of these counts. She has not come close to walking a batter at all today.
Yeah, just throwing good pitches, and Roane County's not been able to find the mark.
An off-speed pitch on the 0-2, and Harlan out in front of it. That's what happens when you're behind in the count. Hartley just opens up those pitch selections.
Yeah, it just gives you so many options with an 0-2 count. You can try to get them to chase something. You can, take a little bit off.
Although, Matt,
Hartley's been hitting her mark.
That is just the second strikeout for Hartley, so her defense has been behind her completely. Just one error defensively for Lewis County so far here. Carly Greathouse to the plate, grounded out to Hartley in the first. Reached on a fielder's choice, but was forced out at home in the third. 1-0 the count here. Greathouse squares the bunt, backs off, and looks at one high and tight. 2-0 the count. Roane County, again, after the 6 errors and 5 in the previous defensive inning, they came back and made a couple of very nice plays to maybe get some confidence back in the bottom of that fourth. Swing and a foul ball on the 2-0 count. 2-1 now to Greathouse. Steele in the on-deck circle for Roane County. They trail 8-1 in the top of the fifth. 2-1 pitch called, strike at the knees, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, if you can just got to get a couple of runners on, maybe get your confidence back. Roane County's not been able to muster a whole lot of offense in this one, just one run through 5.
A 2-2 pitch off speed, and Roane County fooled again. Hartley has pulled the string on a 2-strike pitch immediately twice in a row. And now she has struck out 3 straight going back to that 4th inning. Those are her only 3 strikeouts. And Cadence Steele to the plate. She is 1 for 2. She singled in the first, reached on an error in the third. First pitch of the third at bat, missing low and away. Number 1 seeded Huskies await the winner of this game. They'll play tonight. 1-0 delivery from Hartley upstairs, 2-0.
And if either one of these teams are able to go up and knock off Herbert Hoover in the second game, they get to come back tomorrow and do it again.
Yeah, try to do it again. Just say monumental task. The pitch in the dirt, 3-0 now. Just as I was saying, Hartley not falling behind in the count. She is behind here, 3-0 to Cadence Steele.
Good job, the old kibosh.
I'm pretty good at that.
Talk her up and then watch her fall.
In danger of walking her first batter of the game. And again, Roane County, although they survived the 7-run deficit and not the 8-run deficit, they would love to have some runs here just to get a little cushion because the bottom of the inning is coming up, and if Roane County doesn't score, they're going to have to keep Lewis County off of the board. They've only done that in the second inning. 3-0 the count to Steele. Steele has the hit sign, and she will rip this one over the head of the center fielder. Steele heading around towards second, and she will be in with the stand-up 2-out double. That is a rip shot on the green light.
Thought that one might have a chance to get out. Just stayed down a little bit off the bottom of the fence.
Steele,
you got to have some runners on the bases.
2 for 3 now with a double on the day, and she's been on the base paths all 3 at-bats. Lacey Mitchell had an RBI single in the third inning. She's 1 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Swings at the first pitch. This one is turned on. This one is high. It's deep, and it's into the glove of center fielder Macy Franklin. She got back and over the shoulder grabbed it. I thought for a second that Mitchell might have number 6 instead. It is out number 3. No damage for the Lady Raiders. To the bottom of the 5th we go, 8-1 Lewis. As we move into the bottom of the 5th inning in elimination game action, sectional tournament, Roane County trailing Lewis County 8-1. It was a big 5-run third inning that included 5 Roane County errors that blew this open. And you think back to the first inning, the 2 runs that scored in the first were due to an error. So the 6 errors in those innings for Roane County has cost the Lady Raiders a massive amount of runs here. They couldn't get anything back in the top of the 5th after the double by Cadence Steele. Mitchell turned on one, almost got it out of here, but no damage. 8-9-1 due up here for Lewis County in the bottom of the 5th, and it is dangerous, Matt, because the Minute Maids have only not scored 1 inning out of the previous 4. If they score 1 here in the bottom of the 5th, this thing's going to end a whole lot faster than we had thought and hoped.
Healthy cut at that last pitch, fouled it back over top of the cage. Yeah, like you said, Roane County can ill afford to give up a run here because it's over if that's the case.
Golden 0 for 1 here today. She did walk and score in that third, and a nicely placed outside pitch called strike 2. 1-2 the count. Golden was the 200th strikeout of the year for sophomore Mahaley Nicholson back in inning number 2. The 1-2 pitch slides low and inside, 2-2. If you're Mahaley Nicholson, you want the number 8 and 9 hitters immediately because you're going to see Hartley at least no matter what here. She is waiting in the wings, in the hole. Next pitch turned on, ripped foul. Count holds at 2-2. If Roane County survives the bottom of this 5th inning, they'll have Katie Young, Mahaley Nicholson, and Michaela Boatwright coming up in the top of the 6th inning. And they'll need to get on it offensively. The 2-2 pitch. This one poked into very shallow right center field, and the speed of Piper Harlan. Boy, they have been testing Harlan over in right, Matt. They've hit it just out of her reach on a couple of great diving attempts. That time she got over quickly for out number 1.
Yeah, like I said, finally got a more routine play to make. She's had to really work every single attempt. That time, able to just get under it and easily squeeze that one.
The leadoff batter put out. That'll bring up Butcher, the number 9 hitter. And again, she has been a killer in 2 games. She had an RBI or 2 RBI single in the Tuesday game. And she has 2 RBIs here. She's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. And she's behind in the count quickly, 0-1. Now she'll hit this one into shallow right or center field. That's going to drop in, and Butcher 3 for 3.
Wow. Well, production from your 9 hitter. You're getting on base and you're giving your top of your lineup some great opportunities.
And that, Matt, represents the potential winning run and season-ending run for Roane County. So Roane County just got a battle here with the best of the best on this Lewis lineup coming to the plate. Hartley first. And Nicholson wasting no time. Rockets a fastball down the middle, 0-1. Hartley had a double and scored in the first. Grounded out to Callie Williams at second in the second. Reached on an error, stranded in the third. Swings at this one, pops it against the light post. Almost took one of those lights out. Nicholson ahead in the count quickly, 0-2. You'd love to get Abby Hartley if you could.
That would have been an expensive foul ball to knock one of those lights out. Those things are not cheap.
0-2 the count to Hartley, 1 out, and the winning run at first for Lewis County. The defense much maligned in this game. Had a decent last inning. They need to be solid here. The 0-2 pitch upstairs gets away, and that's going to advance the winning run to second. As Nicholson lost that way upstairs, and Young couldn't get to it. And Nicholson was asking for a new softball, maybe? She's going to keep the one she's got. 1-2. 1 out, bottom 5th. The winning run for Lewis County represented by Butcher at second. And the top of the Lewis County order at the plate. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Off speed, popped up in the infield. Moving back is Williams. She'll make the grab, and a big out number 2.
Yeah, you really needed that one for Roane County's defense. Still tough task ahead. You've got Franklin coming up, and she's been able to rip the ball several times in the last 2 games that we've seen.
Yeah, you can take a deep breath, but you can't breathe a sigh of relief yet.
No, can't breathe a sigh of relief until you get back in the dugout and get ready to come back to the plate.
Franklin 0 for 2. Walked in the first and scored. On the air, big stop behind the plate by Young. That one keeps Butcher at second. Nicholson lost that one upstairs. Franklin reached on an error in the third and then grounded out to end the 3rd inning. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt, and again stopped by Young. 2-0 the count. First base is open in that situation right now, Matt. If you lose Franklin to a walk, the only thing you lose is the fact that Boggs is going to come up, but it gives you an opportunity at least for a force out at first and second. And now one of the base umpires coming over to have a conversation with Nicholson.
She's been trying to rub a little dirt on that ball. Seems like it's a little bit too new for her liking. And
she wants to get it scuffed up a bit here.
Yeah, you can get a better grip on it.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Franklin in the dirt again. And she wants a new one. Or an old one, I should say. She'll take what she can get. Now, that's an interesting strategy decision. Hey, roll it back to me to get a little bit of dirt on it since I'm not allowed to scuff it.
Yeah, if you're not allowed to do it yourself, just roll it and hope that there's enough moisture on there to pick up some dirt.
3-0 the count to Franklin. And, hey, it worked. She'll fight back with another one. And a 3-1 count and a little wry smile coming out of the mask of Mahaley Nicholson there. 3-1. Winning run at second here in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. Roane County down 8-1. The 3-1 pitch fouled away, and Nicholson fights back after going down 3-0. The Lady Raiders trying desperately to keep the run at second from scoring and extending their opportunity. They don't want to end their season right now. Here comes the payoff pitch, soft speed, and a called strike 3 for Nicholson. And for the first time, she lets out a big yell as she was very excited about that one. Roane County avoids losing it here in the fifth. We move to the top of the sixth. See if Roane County can get it back here one at a time. After 5 complete here from Falling Rock, West Virginia, Roane County down 8-1 to Lewis County, top of the sixth. Katie Young steps in first against Abby Hartley, who has been very good today, has limited the damage for Roane County to just 1 run. And the Lady Raiders, again, in the bottom of the fifth, they had the potential winning run at second, avoid disaster, a big strikeout of Macy Franklin for Mahaley Nicholson getting out of the jam. 0-1 pitch. This one popped up in the infield. That's going to drop in. Is it going to trickle foul is the question. It will not. And Katie Young, I tell you, Matt White, she's hit some long bombs in her career. That may be the shortest hit that she has ever had.
It might possibly be. I mean, I think a little miscommunication there by the infield. It looked like, Hartley may have had a better play on that one. She just kind of, conceded that one to Heath and, just nowhere to go with it.
Got what you needed, though. The leadoff runner aboard. Young had hit it twice before. Grounded out and reached on a fielder's choice. Here's one ripped into right field. Moving back, it's off of the glove of the right fielder, Butcher. Young going to head around. She's going to go to third, and that will give Roane County a major boost offensively.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, Nicholson not able to advance to second. Had to sit back and wait, did Young, to see whether or not that was going to be caught.
That one was going to be a tough play for Butcher. She high-pointed it. It went right off the tip of the glove. So back-to-back singles in the top of the sixth for Roane County, and that's going to draw a meeting at the pitcher's circle. Lewis County talking about wanting to corral the Lady Raiders here in the top of the sixth, maybe try to get it in the sixth inning. Roane County, you need runs, but before you need runs, you need runners, and that's what Roane County has here in the top of the sixth. First and third.
Yeah, if you're going to come back, you got to get on the base paths first. You can't expect everybody to, be playing hero ball. You just got to put it in play, give yourself a chance, and try to claw your way back into this one. 8-1 deficit, top of the 6th.
Roane County
looking to try to get back into this one.
Lady Raiders now with 8 hits. 8 hits, by the way, is all that Lewis County has. 6 errors has been the difference.
Yeah, that one inning we just couldn't get out of our own way, and it cost us so far.
Michaela Boatwright to the plate. She's 0 for 2, has hit it twice, a ground out to third and a pop fly to the shortstop. She will look on at strike one as Nicholson will not go to second yet. Roane County needs base runners. That's what they need. Young at third, Nicholson at first. No outs, top 6. Roane County down 8-1. This one in the dirt, and that one will allow Nicholson to go. It was out of the glove of the catcher Heater, and Nicholson was ready to go. So runners in scoring position for Boatwright here in the top of the 6th. The junior third baseman digs in. 1-1 offering called. Strike on the corner. 1-2 the count.
Still no outs here in this top of the 6th.
Boatwright with 3 doubles in the season. How about number 4 right now? That would be good. The 1-2 pitch off speed, and for the 3rd straight time, Hartley pulls the string on that pitch, and all 3 batters swing early and miss at it. That thing is pretty nasty, Matt.
Yeah, when it's working and it's being effective, it's going to be really hard to hit because it drops. It comes in like it's coming over the plate and then just drops right out of the zone.
Lexi Burdett's coming to the plate, swings at the first pitch. That one ripped foul, out of play. 0-1 the count. She's 0 for 2, hit the ball both times. Ground out to third on a very close play, and then a pop fly to the shortstop in the 4th. Single out on the board, runners at second and third. The first 2 singles for Young and Nicholson. Roane County trying to climb back into this one in the last 2 innings. Here's the pitch right off of the foot of Burdett. And the home plate umpire calls foul, and it's an 0-2 count.
So you got to protect the plate here. 2 strikes. 1 out for Roane County. Top of the 6th, trailing 8-1.
Might I say watch for the off speed?
That would be a good idea.
Burdett digs in, 0-2 count. Freshman versus senior. The pitch off speed, and that one misses away. Now a throw down to third as Young was about a foot off the bag. I think Heater back there behind home plate just wanting to warm the arm back up. 1-2 the count. Roane County trailing 8-1. Top of the 6th inning, elimination game. 1-2 pitch, and Burdett catches a piece, fouls it out of play, and stays alive. That was a good piece of hitting.
A heck of an attempt there behind the plate by Heater trying to get to that one. She really laid out and dove trying to make a play. I don't think that one got quite back to the cage, but
count remains 1-2. Hartley toes the rubber, the left-hander ready to go. Here comes another 1-2 offering. That one upstairs, gets away. Here comes Young. Uh-oh, is she going to be in time? They've got her tagged out at the face, unfortunately, and she is down, but quickly back up as she slid very nicely under the tag, but before that toe touched the home plate, Matt, unfortunately for Roane County, Young tagged out right on the face by Hartley, and that is out number 2.
yeah, she's tough. You're not going to worry about that. She's a catcher.
Nicholson will head over to third on the play.
So 2-2 the count.
Burdett checks the swing there. There's the throw down to third. Boy, just
Ooh.
back in time, Nicholson.
That was a close one.
That was very close.
Probably closer than that last home plate call.
2-2 the count. Burdett, actually 3-2 now. I missed writing down that wild pitch. 3-2. Burdett showing some patience here at the plate. She's fouled a couple off with 2 strikes. Roane County needs base runners. Here comes the payoff pitch, missing low and away, and Burdett a beautiful at-bat. It's going to be a walk, Matt, but it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, you definitely didn't want to go down looking on that pitch. Good eye there at the plate by Burdett.
She was 0-2 in the count, fouled off 2 pitches, and then showed the patience to avoid the strikeouts. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runners at the corners. Number 9 hitter, Ferris Smelko. Squares the bunt, drops one beautifully. Can she get there in time? No. What an arm by Addison Heath, and Roane County once again with a threat brewing gets nothing. We move to the bottom of the 6th, 8-1 Lewis County. Moving into the bottom of the 6th, their score still 8-1 in favor of Lewis County in sectional tournament elimination game action. Boy, Roane County, they've gotten as little as possible out of their starts. They had a bases loaded situation in the 3rd with 1 out, got only 1. Here is Heath stepping in, popping one up on the first pitch, or Boggs, sorry. And quickly 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th as Courtney Boggs flies out to Harlan in right. But Roane County, Matt, they had bases loaded in the 3rd with 1 out, got 1 run. They had the first 2 batters on at 2nd and 3rd with no 1 out in the top of the 6th and got zilch.
Yeah, it's just been tough when you're leaving runners on base, and then, defensively you had that inning where it just couldn't get out of your own head.
Here's the pitch to Addison Heath, and that one gets on the shortstop, Caden Steele, very quickly. Heath has serious power, and she is now 3 for 4.
That one just took a big hop. It got to, like you said, it got to Steele in a hurry. Not much you could really do with that one.
A 1-out runner aboard, and that represents, again, the winning run in this game. At first is Heath. Hartley. And this one gets away, and the winning run now heads to 2nd. And Hartley now ahead in the count 1-0. Courtney Hartley hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the 1st, singled and scored in the 3rd, and then grounded out on a sac RBI in the 4th. Winning run at 2nd here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch swung on and missed. Good battle there as Nicholson challenged Hartley with a fastball belt high.
Hartley took a big swing at that one, too.
The 1-1 offering, fastball. Actually, no, that was not a fastball. That was off speed. That one dropped out of the zone, and Hartley out in front. I'll get it right one of these days. 1-2 the counts. Be good to get this big hitter and get yourself 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering popped foul, first base side. Roane County, though, if they get to the 7th, Matt, they're going to have 1, 2, 3 at the plate. Been waiting for a big inning for a while.
If we get to the 7th, you're going to need a big inning.
Here comes another 1-2 pitch as Nicholson went off speed, missed that one upstairs. 2-2 the count. The winner advances to face Hoover tonight. The loser will see their season end in the sectional semifinals. 2-2 pitch. This one chopped out of the dirt over the third base side. Battle between Hartley and the pitcher, Mahaley Nicholson. Roane County's boys team in action, by the way, tonight at Wahama in an LKC placement game. Another 2-2 pitch. That one hops the catcher Young, and that's going to get away again. And now the potential winning run is just feet away from ending this ball game. A full count here to Hartley. Roane County's been challenged, and they have rose to the challenge numerous times this year. Can they do it again? A walk of Hartley. First base was open. You don't even care about that run at first. It does not matter.
No, you just gotta keep Heath stranded over there at third. Try to get some outs here.
That is the important thing.
I mean, if you get a ground ball in the infield, you gotta get it. You gotta come home with it.
How about another fake throw to first, throw to third, pickoff, throw to second pickoff like we saw Tuesday?
You're gonna need something in that neighborhood.
Mackenzie Gregory to the plate. She's 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a pop fly out to center field, and she looks at strike one here in her fourth plate appearance. 8-1 is the score as Hartley went down to second. They don't care about that runner. Pitch gets away, and Heath, she thought about it, but she said, man, I'm not going to be the difference right there. I'm going to wait and see if somebody can drive me in.
Yeah, you got to be patient on the base paths there. You get a bit too antsy, and you could spell disaster. You're looking to try to be efficient here if you're Lewis County.
Roane County needs to be out of this inning with Heath still at third. Squaring to bunt there was Gregory. She went after it. And a called strike two. 1-2 the count, 1 out. Runners at second and third. The one at third is all that matters. Roane County trying to avoid Heath scoring and staying alive here in the bottom of the sixth. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and Gregory goes after that one. The high heater pops it foul back out of play. Again, if Roane County avoids the 9th run crossing here in the bottom, they'll have 1, 2, 3 coming to the plate in the top of the 7th. And we've said, I don't know how many times in our lives, Matt, if Roane County has an out available, they've got a chance.
Yeah, top to bottom, we know this team can produce runs, and they can do it in a hurry, but Hartley's been so good here this evening. It's been tough for Roane County to really get a beat on what she's doing.
Here comes the 1-2, high heat, and Gregory goes chasing for the third time. She will strike out swinging, and there is a big second out. Just like the last inning, Matt, you can take a deep breath but not breathe a sigh of relief as Faith Heater to the plate.
Nope, got a lot of work to do still if you're going to try to get yourself back in this ball game.
Heater hit by a pitch in the second, reached on an error, scored in the third, grounded out in the next inning. Here is a pass ball. That's going to get by, and that is it. That one got away so far from Young, and it rode all the way up the side of the cage. Young had to wait for it to come down. Heater took off running, and she will slide in safely, and not the way that Roane County's Lady Raiders wanted to end their season. A short game loss in the sectional tournament elimination game, 9-1 to the Lewis County Minute Maids. We'll take a break for our sponsors. When we come back, we'll recap the ball game, give you some stats, and we'll have your Willett C. Starcher Auto Parts Players of the Game after this.
Approximately 30 minutes.
We welcome you back to Falling Rock, West Virginia, and the former campus of Herbert Hoover High School in sectional tournament elimination game. As you look over at Roane County's third base dugout, a combination of frustration, some tears, and some hugs given out to some of the seniors and amongst the teammates as they came in here tonight, defeating Lewis County 2 of 3 times. They beat Lewis County on the road Tuesday 4-3. They played perfect defense in that game, 0 errors. Mahaley Nicholson with 2 strikeouts, which meant that the defense just had to make play after play after play. They did that. Lewis County held to 3 runs on just 6 hits. And tonight was not the same for Roane County. A big error in the first inning that scored the first 2 runs of the game for Lewis County. We didn't realize that that was a sign of some things to come. It was the third inning, though, that was the undoing for Roane County defensively as they gave up 5 runs on just 3 hits, 5 errors defensively for Roane County in that inning alone. They tacked on another error late in the ball game. So Roane County with 7 errors tonight, and they just couldn't find the holes in the defense of Lewis County and the pitcher Abby Hartley, who was very, very solid as she was the first game. Roane County, the first time they found the holes in the defense, they had 13 base hits. They hit the ball a lot tonight. Unfortunately, more often than not, it was towards defenders for Lewis County, and they made the plays they needed to. Just 2 errors for Lewis County in this ball game, and it did not affect things for the Minute Maids at all. And so they did what kind of Roane County did to them in that first game with a 9-1 victory. It was 2-0 after 1 in favor of Lewis County. Both teams blanked in the second. Roane County got their first run in the top of the third inning, albeit they had bases loaded and 1 out in that situation and got just 1 run in the inning. And they did not score again in the 4th, 5th, or 6th inning, although they had a couple of opportunities. The door was shut on them in that third inning. Obviously, that was the big breakout 5-run inning. 1 more in the 4th for Lewis County. Roane County avoided the short game in the bottom of the 5th with a runner at second and just 1 out. They were able to get Hartley and a strikeout to Franklin, so they were able to get to the 6th. You felt pretty decent about the start of the 6th inning as Roane County got the first 2 batters aboard, Katie Young and Mahaley Nicholson, back-to-back singles. You had second and third and 0 outs in the top of the 6th, and when it was all said and done, Roane County got nothing in that inning as well. It just seemed that that was the way things were going here tonight for Roane County. The final, as the bottom of the 6th, a wild pitch error, scoring Addison Heath to win it 9-1 for Lewis County. For the Minute Maids, 9 runs on 9 hits, 7 errors defensively for Roane County, and 6 left on base. For Roane County, just 1 run on 8 hits, 2 errors defensively for Lewis County, and 8 left on base. Mahaley Nicholson goes 5 2/3 innings of work. She struck out 6, including number 200 on the season. Just a phenomenal feat by the sophomore Mahaley Nicholson. She did walk 3 and hit a pair, but that was not the issue here today. Just the 9 hits, 9 runs. Of those 9 runs, Matt, 2 were earned. That is the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, I mean, that tells you everything you need to know. The defense, like you said, was so spectacular a couple nights ago when we faced off against this Lewis County team. And, you know, it wasn't any just one person. It was everybody. There was 5 different players made those 5 different errors in that one inning that really just that's the major difference in this ball game. And a tough way to go out. I mean, you wanted to, have a good showing here. You wanted to, get another chance at, maybe taking down, the Goliath of AA softball in Herbert Hoover. We'll leave that up to Lewis County now, I guess, and we'll certainly wish them luck in this next game. We always have a good time every time we go to Lewis County. A lot of good people there, and they always treat us very well when we go. Best of luck to them. Unfortunately for Roane County, this was it.
Yeah, we've seen numerous times in the last few years seasons end right here. Sometimes they end in a battle with Hoover. Sometimes they end in a battle with Lewis. But this one just had kind of an odd feel to it with the errors. And that's the way softball, baseball, that's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just don't have it. And tonight was that night. But I tell you what, I'm also seeing a lot of laughter over there. Once
Sure.
the game's over, it's over, and the seniors specifically still sticking around over there, trying to soak in the last moments here of their career. Real quickly, the individual offensive statistics for Roane County. Piper Harlan finished 1 for 3 today with the lone run scored. Carly Greathouse 0 for 3. Caden Steele had a great finish to her campaign senior-wise, 2 for 3 with a double in this one. Lacey Mitchell 1 for 3, just continuing the RBI onslaught. Katie Young finishes 1 for 3 with a rip single. Mahaley Nicholson 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. Michaela Boatwright 0 for 3. Lexi Burdett 0 for 2 with a walk. And Farrah Smelko finished 1 for 3. Your final score here, 9-1 in the bottom of the sixth. Lewis County advances to the sectional tournament championships against the number 1 seeded Herbert Hoover Huskies. We'll take one final break for Willett C. Starcher Auto Parts. When we wrap it up back here, we'll have your Player of the Game awards after this. That's right. Even I forget. We welcome you back to Falling Rock, West Virginia. Final score here in sectional tournament elimination game action. Lewis County defeats Roane County to end the Lady Raiders season at 15-10. Lewis County now 16-9 advances to the championships to face the number 1 seed and defending state champion Huskies of Herbert Hoover High School. Your final score 9-1 in this one. Matt White, time for you to distribute our Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts Player of the Game awards.
And just like with every year, final game of the year, we want to thank our seniors. Afton Wilson, Callie Williams, Caden Steele, and Katie Young. It's been a great ride with those young ladies, and we just want to extend our greatest appreciation for everything that they've done for the program, and for them just being just overall just good solid student athletes. It's great to have that kind of luxury every year with Roane County. So thank you again to Afton Wilson, Callie Williams, Caden Steele, and Katie Young, our Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts players of this year.
Oh, yeah. You got me on a loop there. Appreciative, obviously, of those 4 young ladies. Great young ladies, great students, great athletes, and great members of this Roane County High School softball program as they will etch theirs in stone after tonight. So that'll do it for us here for softball season. We're not done just yet. Roane County High School boys baseball will start their postseason next week. They will have a home game on Monday night as they will host the Clay County Panthers for a 6 p.m. start time. They will begin sectional tournament action, will be along with the Raider boys team throughout their sectional run and possible run into the regionals. We'll see how things go next week. But for this night, we appreciate you joining us throughout the season on Roane County High School softball action on WVRC. We appreciate all of you tuning in, all of the kind words, all of the support that we have had. And once again, we want to say thank you to Coach Sam Salvucci, his crew, and all of the Lady Raiders for letting us be a part of this wonderful season. For our entire broadcast crew, George Allen back at studio technician at WVRC, Matt White, our color commentator / camera person here tonight. I'm Andrew Miller. Have a wonderful night, everyone.